so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act, well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. How it hurts to see you smile, like a dagger in me. She just seems so juvenile. I just want it to be me. I wanna set your world on fire. Oh, just so sure I'll stick around. Oh, my heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss now. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
Hey there, everybody. Brandy here. Super excited to see you all at the Card Maker Success Camp Beginner Edition Kickoff Party. And I am so, so excited to see everybody in the chat. And speaking of the chat, if you're viewing this on our website, then you may or may not be able to get into the chat. That is a StreamYard limitation. And if you are there and want to engage with us in the chat, then head on over to YouTube, find my channel, and it's at Stamp Me Some Love. And then you'll see the video. It's going to be right there on the page, right there, so you can join the chat there. So I'm super excited. It looks like we've got about 374 people on right now. So I know some of you guys are probably not being able to get into the chat. The other thing to note is that people come and go on these live streams. So if you want to get back into the chat on that page that you're viewing it, then just try again in a few minutes. But otherwise, you should still be able to view everything that we're going to be talking about today. So I want to see in the chat who is super, super excited about the Card Maker Success Camp. This is our very, very first camp that we have done. And so everything that you're about to see, I have basically built from scratch, probably in the last month. And I'm not going to lie, there's probably things that I have forgotten, overlooked. A link might not be working. As many of you guys know, we just finished the Card Maker Success Summit. And that in itself is an all-encompassing event. And so please give me some grace. If you find that a link is not working or whatnot, we are going to be working out all those kinks as we move forward in the day. But I'm so excited to see you guys in the chat. I see lots of familiar faces, but I also see some rather new faces. So if this is your first time to attend one of our events, please put in the comments, newbie here. I want to hear who all is the newbies in our Card Maker Success Challenge for beginners. So if you are a newbie, give me a little comment. First time newbie, awesome, excited, awesome. Well, without further ado, I am just going to get into it because we've got lots and lots to cover today. Now, I do want to let everybody know, including the folks that are watching the replay, this video is going to be live all week. So whenever we get support asking questions that we've answered in this video, we're going to direct you right back to this video because it's going to be live streamed for the rest of the week, or the replay is. And I just want to welcome anyone that's watching on the replay as well. All right, so let's get into our agenda today. So we are going to introduce me and introduce you how I kind of came into the card making world per se. And then we're going to talk a little about the overview of the camp. We're going to talk about how the camp is going to work. We're going to talk about the training sessions, how to do your homework, how to get your bingo card, how to edit your bingo card, how to win prizes, what to do if you have questions, and then we will have a little Q&A at the end. All right, so let's I'll just do a quick introduction. I know most of you guys here probably do know me, but for the newbies out there, my name is Brandy Mahon, and I am the creative owner of Stamp Me Some Love, blog, shop, and academy. I also host a biannual Card Maker Success Summit, which we just finished a couple of weeks ago, and our monthly Card Maker Success membership. So those are our signature programs here at Stamp Me Some Love. And I basically have been in the crafting industry, or the card making industry, since 2008. I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and that's kind of where I got my feet in teaching other folks how to create beautiful cards. And I did that for a couple years and then quickly saw what a wonderful world of card making products are out there, and just the variety and all of the different brands. And so I sort of branched out on my own and created my first YouTube channel. We created the academy to teach classes in. I have a very small store at shop.stampmesomelove.com. And of course, we have the blog that I've always had. So there's lots of different things that we do here at Stamp Me Some Love. But one of the things that I really, really love is to bring people together I have always been kind of like a networker. I have a history of working in the real estate industry. I am still a photographer, as a real estate photographer. And also, little fact known, I am a certified sign language interpreter. So I have kind of a wealth of things that I've had done over the years, but right now my passion is card making and helping others kind of fulfill their dreams. Now, I do want to let you guys know that I am running solo today. So if I miss something on the chat, a question or whatnot, unfortunately, I probably will miss it, and we will probably get to it at the end of the session. So just bear with me. I am doing this all solo tonight. Let's see here. Okay, let's talk about how the event will work. Now, the first thing I want to share with you is that we have a page similar to what we have. Let me just take this down here. Similar to what we have in the summit, and that is a where do I find that page? And let me see here. I think I have a little, no, maybe I don't. Hold on a second. I thought I had created this little stamp. Me some love.com. See, this is where I need Harriet. Where do, come on now, do I find that? All right, let me put this on the screen. Okay, so this is the page where you're going to go to find all of the links for everything included in the camp. I'm going to see if I can screen share right now. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so sorry. Thought I had it up. Where do I find that? Okay. All right, cool. All right, let me go ahead and share screen with you. And where did I put it? Let's see. Nope. Nope. There it is. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and remove that banner. Let's see here. There we go. And I'm going to make this full screen so you guys can see it. And it looks like it is cut off a little bit, but let's see if I scroll a little bit. Okay. Let me know in the chat if you can see my screen. I'm going to scroll it up just a little bit and just double check. Looks like you guys can see that. Awesome. Okay. So this is the page where you're going to find all of the different links for the camp. The top link up here, obviously, if you haven't registered for the camp, you want to go ahead and do that. We've got a link right here for the bingo card. And let me just confirm that yes. Okay. So this is the bingo card page. And we have this cute little bingo card. You can click on the graphic itself, or you can click on the download the bingo card. And then right below it, we've got a video that I just created today, if you can believe it, on how to download the bingo card on your phone and how to edit. And I'm going to show you that video in just a second. Down below here, I've got a little accordion type menu, drop-down menu, and it gives you an explanation of what each card on the bingo card means, and if there is a call to action like grabbing your workbook and going to day 3 for the homework or joining the community, there are all these little links here for you to get easy access to finish whatever the bingo square says. And let me go ahead and show the video of me showing you how to download this to your phone. Now, of course, let me take this off for a second. The best thing for you to do is to actually print it out and then just mark it up. And then when it comes time for you to post that, then just take a picture and post it on our Facebook group. But I know some of you guys may not have printers, so I kind of worked through a little system on how you can download it to your phone, use the Notes app, and then mark it up on the Notes app. So I'm going to go ahead and play that video.
iPhone. If you have an Android, unfortunately, I don't have an Android to create a tutorial on. But all right, let's open up our browser. So in this case, I'm going to open up Chrome, and then I'm going to go to the where do I find that page for the camp, and that URL is stampmesomelove.com/where-do-I-find-that, and I'm just going to paste that in here. All right, I'm going to hit go. All right, from here, we've got all of our links and such. So I'm going to hit the bingo card. Then I'm going to scroll down to where it says download bingo card. Then I'm going to hit the download button. And then I'm going to hit open in. And I'm going to hit notes. And I'm going to save it to the notes. All right. Then I'm going to go to my notes pad. Open that up. And there is my file. And while I've got it in here, I can zoom in. Oops, what happened to it? Yeah, let me go back. You can zoom in. And how to mark up your bingo card here is you can hit that little, there's a little button down here, looks like a little marker with a circle on it. So you're going to hit that. And then you've got all these different pens and markers and stuff that you can use. So I'm just going to use my little highlighter here. And you can change whatever color you want. I'm just going to use, let's use a little bit darker color. So I'm going to use a purple. And when you kind of press down on that marker, you can choose the thickness you want. So I'm going to choose right there. You can also choose the transparency. I'm going to mark it all the way so it's a really solid purple color. And then I would just go in and, oops, by the way, you can also erase what you did and choose that marker again. And then I'm just going to say, okay, I joined the community. That square is done. And then you can go ahead and hit done, and it will save it so that when you go back into your bingo card, it's already saved there. And then you can continue to use that little marker thingy and then choose, just cross off whatever squares you have done. Now, if you want to take a picture of this so that you can post it, then you can just do a screen grab. And for an iPhone, it's the big button on the right-hand side and the upper button on the left-hand side. You click them both, and then it will show up in your folders. So if you just hit save to folder, not folders, photos, and there it is right there, and then you can share it from there.
Okay. Now, honestly, the low-tech way of doing that is just to print it out. So when you download it to your computer or download it to your phone, print it out on your printer. If you don't have a printer and you still want to print it out, then I would save the file and go to like Kinko's or FedEx or Office Depot or something and just have it printed so you have a paper copy of it. But that's what I would do. Now, I will let you know that you do have to be on Facebook in order to participate in bingo, because we have dedicated threads that you'll be posting your bingo card. And the bingo card is what is going to allow you to win prizes. Now, it is open up to the entire camp, international, domestic, because it's not a sweepstakes type thing where I'm collecting your email address in order for you to get a chance. It's not considered a sweepstakes. So the bingo card, it will be just fine, international or domestic in the United States. So good news on that. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the training. So we're going to have trainings every single day, and it's going to be, you know what? Let me back up for a second. So I do know that some of you guys have been asking about supplies and what do I need to have ready and stuff like that. So I would say generally you don't need to have any supplies ready. part of the camp is to help you figure out what supplies you need. So there's not going to be anything per se that you actually need to like buy ahead of time. Now, certainly if you have some supplies on hand, it's going to help you when we go to like do some of our basic stamping techniques, basic ink blending techniques. If you have a die cut machine, you can do some die cutting and stuff, but there's not a set project for this camp, if that makes sense. We're just basically going to be talking. I'm going to be demonstrating, and you are going to come away with from this camp the knowledge that you need to get started and get a foundation so that you can be successful. So I don't want anybody to stress out on getting supplies this week. If you just watch all of the videos and kind of make notes about what you want to invest in, then that is perfectly okay. And I know that there are so many supplies out there and it's so confusing. I have basically created a supply list, and there is going to be a truncated supply list in your workbook. We're going to go over that in just a second, but I want to share with you guys where you can find the supply list that I have created, and that is inside your Learn dashboard. Let's see here. Let me see where I can find that. Give me 1 second. I had the screen right here. Yes, there it is. Okay, let me see if I can present, share screen on that. And here we go. So I will make sure that everybody gets this link again. But if you have registered for the event, oh, let me make sure you guys can see. Yes, and let me put my screen up there as well. Oh, so sorry.
Okay, so we
Oops.
are going.
Okay, here we go. All right, so this is the login screen for the camp. Now, if you guys have attended any of my Card Maker Success Summits, it's the same login you use for that. If you haven't registered for the camp, then you're not going to have access to the Learn dashboard. You need to actually go in and register, and then ThriveCart, which is where the Learn dashboard is, they will send you an email. If you haven't gotten that email, you cannot find it, then email us at support@stampmesomelove, and we will help you out. But let me show you, once you log in here, I'm going to remove that. Let me stop share screen, and then I'm going to share another screen. This is what you're going to find. So this is the what it looks like inside the Learn dashboard. And if you click on the various side tabs here, you'll work through it. And so like this is the schedule. This is the link that you're going to go to for tomorrow's training, which will take place at 1 o'clock. Here is some information about the Card Maker Success Summit. We're going to be opening the doors to that later this week. Here is the link for our Facebook group. And here is the supplies. And so I have gone through and kind of categorized the different supplies that you might need. I do not want you going out and purchasing all of these supplies this week. Okay, I'm going to be talking about all of these supplies each and every, I'm going to be talking about them tomorrow. And so I'm going to go through all of them and really give you like, a priority list and let you know what I think is the most important thing that you start out with. One mainly thing is paper. We all know that cardstock will make or break your card, but we're going to go over all of that tomorrow during the training. Now, the links to the training will take you to the page where the video is playing. The trainings will not be live streamed to YouTube or Facebook, and they will only be on our website page. If you get there more than an hour before, you're going to see a stay tuned page. And then about an hour before the training, so what is that, 12 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, then it will flip over to the regular page. There will be a place for you to jump into the chat, just like you did today. And unfortunately, there is going to be a limit of 250 people. So if you can't get into the chat, you're still going to be able to view the live stream. I would try going in after a couple of minutes. Some people will leave and then you're able to come in. So hopefully that will not be an issue. All right, so we will have a training each day, and the training will last somewhere around 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more, but I'm going to try to condense it all down into about a 30-minute block. And then each day you will have a homework task, which I will call on Facebook your crafty task. And there's a place for you to do your homework and then post it, either a picture or a statement or something on the homework thread. And then there is going to be a bingo card thread for each day. And I'm about to show you what those look like. So when you're in the Facebook group, you're going to see them. Now, not all of those posts are public yet. They will be scheduled to go out at various times, tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. And we will pin to the top of the page in the featured section all of the important posts that you need to have knowledge of, plus your emails, your workbook. All of them are going to have easy links to get you there. So there's going to be lots of different ways for you to get to the place where you need to go. All right. Now, once the training is over, StreamYard, which is the platform that we're streaming from, is going to automatically give the replay available immediately. Or at least that's what they've told me. I've not tested it yet, so we'll see. And then that page will become available for 24 hours and then will go away the following day. Now, we will have an extra day of replays on Friday. And I'll send out an email later in the week explaining how to get to that page. But it'll be one page and it'll have all of the replays listed on one page. And you'll have another 24 hours to review the trainings. After that, the trainings are only available in our membership. So if at the end of the week, you decide you want to join our Cardmaker Success membership, then you will have an opportunity to have the replays of everything that we're going to cover this week. Let's see here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, so let's take a look at what some of our posts are going to look like. So let me stop screen and let me share screen. And let me see here. Okay, so every day, let me put this up on the screen. Every day there is going to be a bingo screen. And let me scroll up just a tad. It's going to look like this. This one is not going to post until 17 hours. So you're not going to see it in the Facebook group right now. But it'll have something like this, and this is one of the tasks on the bingo cards. There's a little square there. It says post your ha-ha moments, and that's where you're going to do that. Now, remember on the bingo page, there was that accordion drop-down menu where it has links to everywhere you have a square on your bingo card. That's where you're going to place whatever it is that it's asking you to do. All right, let me go ahead and remove that. Let me share something else. Oops, hold on. Okay, this is, oops. Give me 1 second here. I think this is, okay. So this post right here, it says post your day one crafty task. This is where you're going to post your homework. And so tomorrow's homework, for example, is going to ask you to make a list of all the supplies that you want or you want to get or that you already have. And it will tell you exactly what you need to post here. You can post a picture, you can post a comment, whatever you would like to do, but this is where you're going to post day one's homework. And this particular post will become available in 15 hours. So sometime tomorrow morning, you'll see that post available. All right. Now let's look at our workbook. And I am going to, let's see, share screen here. And let me see if I can find it. 1 second. I apologize. I don't have my magnifying glasses on. I'm trying to look at the screen and find the actual window that I need to open, and I'm not seeing it. So let me see if I can open it real quick. Y'all chat amongst yourselves. It is on the where do I find that? All right, let me go ahead and share that screen again. My goodness, oh, here it is. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so here we are on the where do I find that page. And when you click on workbook, it's going to take you to a download link where you can download the workbook. And I'm not going to do it here because you're not going to be able to see the pop-up, but I'm going to show you what the workbook looks like. So let me go ahead and remove that. And then let me share screen again. Here we go. All right, so now, full disclosure here, I just finished this document today, and it's not completely done. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. So I've got it so far to day 1, and then I'm going to be working on day 2, day 3, and day 4 over the next couple of days. And I will update the workbook and make sure that I email to you guys to let you know when it is. But basically, I just wanted to give you a little screen share to take a look. It is available for you to download right now. And I've got a nice little letter here and little links to each of the presentations. Here's a link here for the Facebook group. So if you haven't joined it, go ahead and do that. And then right here, we've got the camp schedule. And there's these big buttons here. These will also take you to each of the sessions. And then on day 1, we're going to talk about basic supplies. And so this is kind of like a truncated version of the entire supply list that I have in the dashboard. But you can find that link right up here if you want to view all of the supplies. And right here underneath each of these products, there are buttons here that you can click on to take you directly where you can purchase it. And in most cases, I try to give you 2 different options of where you can go. And again, I want to stress to you guys, do not go out and purchase all of these supplies. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow. Here is your homework, and here is the post where you're going to post your homework. So if I click on that, and I don't think it'll show for you guys, but when you click on that, then that's going to take you directly to the Facebook post where you can post your homework. Here's a section here for notes. And then on this page here, it just reminds you that I'm still working on the workbook, and I'll be updating it and making sure everybody has the latest version, either via email or through the Facebook group. All right, now let's talk a little bit about the different topics that we're going to go over. Day 1, as I've kind of mentioned over and over again, we're going to be going over basic supplies. I'm going to go through the supply list, and I'm going to share with you what I use, what I consider fundamental supplies that is going to help you be successful in your card making journey. Now, are you going to be expert card makers by the end of this week? Probably not, but I'm hoping that you get enough foundation, terminology, techniques that you can kind of build upon that. And of course, if you want to take it further, then we've got the membership at the end of the week that you can opt into. On Tuesday, we're going to be going over basic techniques. So we're going to be going over stamping. I'm going to show you stamping with clear acrylic blocks. I'm also going to go over die cutting. I'm going to go over heat embossing, and I'm going to go over ink blending. And again, you do not need to have all of these tools. You can basically take a look and say, that technique looks interesting. If you've got the supplies in your stash to practice it, awesome. If you don't and you would like to invest in the products to make it happen, then that's great too. I just want to make sure that you guys are not confusing all of these supplies as things that you absolutely have to have, because let's face it, craft supplies can be expensive. And I want to make sure that you know just the very basics that you need to get by. And then as your skills and your knowledge grow and expand, then you can, invest more in your hobby. So, all right, enough of that. All right, day 3, which is Wednesday, we're going to be going over some design and composition principles. So this is where we're going to talk about like your focal point and getting your sentiments on straight. And we're going to talk about layering. And I have a fabulous layering guide that we just finished. I mean, it's completely finished. It's not like, the workbook for the camp, but it's completely finished. And you guys are going to be the first to get your hands on it. I'm so excited. I've been working on this workbook for months. And so that's going to be part of day 3. We are also going to be showing a behind the scenes of the Card Maker Success membership after our training. So if you guys want to stick around for that, you can definitely do so. And then on Thursday, we're going to put it all together, and we're going to put together maybe 1 or 2 cards, very simple, using some of the techniques that we learned earlier. So we're going to learn about stamping. We're going to put some heat embossing. We may even die cut something. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a very simple card. We're not going to go over the top. They're going to be very fast, simple cards that we're going to make. Then Thursday evening, I'm going to be teaching a master class. And this is going to be a class on the class is called the Create Framework, how to take your cards from basic to brilliant. And so that's essentially what I'm going to be teaching. It's not going to be, we're not going to make a card together. I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks on how to elevate your card making game. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about the Card Maker Success Summit, membership, and then the doors are going to open. There is going to be some bonuses if you decide to join me live for that masterclass. We'll have the replay for a couple of days, and there you go. All right, so let's talk about prizes and bingo. So we have prizes that we're going to give away every single day. We're going to give away my craft room organization guide, which retails about $49. I've got a layering die cut class that we'll be giving away. I've got a florals watercolor made easy we're giving away. And then I'm also giving away something else on day 4, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but we're giving away something. And then we are also going to do a scholarship to the Card Maker Success Summit. Summit. I keep saying summit. Membership. I'm going to share that link with you now, and then I'm going to make sure that that link is included in all the emails that we're going to be sending out over the next couple of days. So let me go ahead and share that with you now. And let's see here. Where is it? Give me 1 second. Nope. Truly, this is where I need. Here we go. Harriet. All right, so if you are interested in our grand prize, which basically is a 1-year subscription to the Card Maker Success membership, it's worth over $250. You want to go to that website, and I would mark it down right now because I don't think it's public anywhere else yet. I'm working on it. But the stampmesomelove.com/CMSM, which stands for Card Maker Success Membership -scholarship. there is a little questionnaire there. You also need to include your Facebook URL, and I'm going to show you where to get that in a second. The reason being is because we were going to be looking at all of your interaction during the week of camp. If you guys were with me during the summit, you know that I really value when I see people that are positive, are encouraging, are helpful in our community. And that's who we're looking for to add to our Card Maker Success membership. Becky Wilson was the winner of our scholarship during the summit. And so I cannot wait to see who's going to be the scholarship winner, the grand prize of the week. Here. And oh my gosh, I see people already sharing the link in the chat. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Oh, I miss Harriet. I don't know what to do with myself. So that's going to be so much fun. We cannot wait to pick one lucky winner. And yeah, so just be sure to fill that out. Now, let me go ahead and share with you how you find your URL, your profile for Facebook. So let me go on to Facebook, and I'm just going to find mine. And you guys can, you just go to the same place on your Facebook. And let me just go here. All right, Facebook is taking a little long to load. I don't know if you guys are experiencing the same thing. We're going to give it a second to load before I start to share it. But essentially, when you go to your Facebook page at the very top, yeah, okay, I can share it now. All right, so let me go ahead, share screen, and go there. Okay, so this is my personal Facebook profile. And at the very top, there's a URL there, and it says facebook.com/ and in my case, it says Brandy Mahon, all one word. So whatever that is for you is what your Facebook profile URL is, and you will need to include that. Oh, I guess you guys can't see the little browser. But you know what I'm saying? The little link up at the top. So go to your Facebook, personal Facebook profile, and that little link at the top, that's what we're going to be looking at. So when you go to fill out your application for the scholarship, you're going to need to do that because you have to be in the Facebook group in order to qualify for the scholarship. And then throughout the week, we're going to be checking everybody's engagement, your comments, all of that stuff. So that's basically how we kind of judge as to who we're going to give it to. So, all right, let me see if there's anything else we need to talk about. All right. Oh, day 4. Remember, I forgot what day 4's prize is. It's going to be the replay of our Card Maker Success Challenge, which we did 40 cards in 4 days. So that is what day 4's bingo prize is going to be. All right, so I just want to go over to you guys what my goal is for you guys during the camp. Now, my goal is for you to help you build a solid foundation in your card making journey. Now, I know that when you're just getting started, your inclination is just to Google and go to YouTube and just try to sort out all of the different cards that you see influencers making, and you just try to go and recreate all of that. And of course, as you do that, you accumulate all of these supplies. You try the technique, and then you're like, oh, I'm not good at it. So then the supplies sort of stay on your shelf, and you don't use them. So our goal is to get you on the right footing and show you how to progress with your techniques and not buy all of the supplies under the sun. There are so many techniques that you can do with just one stamp set and just a couple of inks. And once you figure that out, then move on to the next technique. Now, I have been very blessed to have amassed a lot of supplies. And I really can look around my room right now and tell you that there's probably thousands of dollars worth of supplies that I do not use. And it's really sad. It's very sad. I could have used that money on something else like a vacation, honestly. So I don't want you guys stressed. I don't want you guys worried about supplies. I want you to get excited about card making. We're going to start with the very basics, and then we're going to go from there. All right. Let's see here. I also want to help you with the where to start, the overwhelming feeling you get when you're just Googling and looking at everything on the internet. And, the most important steps is to get the basics down. And I didn't have that. What's the word? I have senior moments all the time. I didn't have that foundation. I started out with Stampin' Up! And in order to become a demo, you have to buy, at that time, $350 worth of supplies every quarter, or you have to sell $350. So I amassed a lot of supplies that I didn't know how to use just because they looked pretty. And so now, with years of experience, I know to say, okay, that stamp set, I can envision using it for this and that and this. And it has helped me be a little bit more selective now with the supplies that I do buy. So, all right, let me see. What else? What else? All right. Now, let me go ahead and I'm going to share our support email. And that is right there. If you have any issues with getting into the dashboard, you can't figure out something or whatever, feel free to email us. But I do want to warn you that we have over 6,000 people who have signed up for this camp. And so the likelihood that we're going to have lots of support tickets this week is probably very high. And we're all hands on deck. So it's me, Ardith, Harriet. We're all in the inbox, and we are checking those emails constantly throughout the day. We will get to your email as quickly as possible. But if there are things that you can find out by going into the Facebook group and asking your fellow person, your fellow crafter, then do it, because that really kind of shows how our community works. We value people that are helpful and are willing to help other people. So let's see. Let me make sure. Okay, I think that's it. So I'm going to go through the chat right now and see if I can find any questions. So if you want to ask a question now, go ahead and put the word question in capital letters and then the question. I did see somebody doing that earlier, and so hopefully I can find it. But I am going to, and StreamYard keeps telling me that I'm running out of space, and the screen keeps blocking my view. So just give me 1 second here. Questions. I'm looking for questions. All right. A lot of you guys chatting with each other. That's so amazing. Let's see here. All right. I'm not seeing any specific questions. So if I missed it during my little presentation, then put the question in here. Okay. Let's see. The other thing to note while I'm looking through the questions is that this is the first time we've done the camp. And I have been so intentional to make it as engaging and as fun as possible. So I've added so many things that we don't normally do. So, it may be a little bit of a hot mess at first until we get the groove of how to run the camp. So I do certainly appreciate everybody's grace when it comes to things that you can't find. We'll do our best to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful this week. All right. I still don't see any questions. All right. Let me thought I saw a question earlier pop up, but I can't find it now. Let me see. I'm going to go down to the bottom and see if anybody else has any questions. Yes. Oh, that reminds me. Okay. I'm going to post. Oh, look at you guys being helpful. The schedule link, the calendar, the add event calendar, I had originally posted it to be Central Time instead of Eastern Time. So we've fixed it. So all of the links inside the calendar, let me go ahead and pull that up because I didn't share that with you guys. Okay, so let me go ahead and share screen. Okay, so this is what the schedule looks like. And you can click on any of these links here and you're going to get the information about where to go. Like I said, we have put the links in so many different places that hopefully nobody's going to feel lost on where they go. But anyway, I had originally put this calendar in Central Time Zone. I don't know why, because everything else is in Eastern, but I have fixed it. So it should be working and it will automatically convert to your time zone. So all right, let me go ahead and stop screen there. All right, I see some questions coming in. Questions, let's see. How much is the membership and what does it entail? We're going to go over all of that on Thursday. I don't want to get everybody, confused about the camp and the membership. Just know that it's going to be coming and we're going to talk about it then. Question, how much does the master class? Master class is free. It's going to be free. And I'll send details on that in the next couple of days. I'm still working on some links there. Let's see. Question. What if I'm not in Facebook? Well, Hilda, you can still watch all of the trainings. You can still come to the masterclass, but what you can't participate is in bingo and potentially earn a prize. So everybody has to be posting their bingo cards in the Facebook group. So if you can, I would suggest being on Facebook for just a couple of days and then coming back off. That being said, that's a very good point. So if you are not on Facebook and you reactivate your account or you get on Facebook temporarily to get into the Facebook group, be sure to let us know what your profile is. Maybe send us an email at support, because we are trained that if there's not a lot of history on your Facebook page, that we're going to decline your entrance. And the reason why is because of spammers. So we're going to try very hard to make sure we don't have any spammers in the group. So, so if you get denied and you don't get let in, then just email us and then let us know what your profile is, so then we can let you back in. All right. Let me see if there's any questions. Okay. All right. So if a person decides not to and to go into the membership, will you consider selling the bootcamp replays? I'm so sorry, but we're not. That information is going to be only for our members. All right. But it is a lot of fun. It definitely is worth it. Okay. All right. I don't think I see any other questions. Oh, let me see here. There's a question here. What do we do as an accountability partner? So an accountability partner, and the reason this question is being asked because it is one of the squares on your bingo card. It's just finding another crafty friend inside the group. I noticed that a lot of people said their husbands or their spouses were their accountability partner. I mean, that's okay, but I would much rather you make friends with another crafter in the group. And you can just check in with each other and show each other what you're working on, show each other your homework, that kind of thing. So that's essentially what an accountability partner is. Hopefully you make a friendship that will last beyond the camp. All right, let's see. This question, will camp discuss using a blog for card making success? No, that is what I would consider more of a business type content. And we won't be working on any business type content this week. We're only going to be focusing on the fundamentals of card making. All right, let's see, we got some others in here. Will you tell us what we should purchase to get the most out of the class? So I think I've answered this question before, but you don't have to buy anything for this camp. It's going to be a lot of discussion, and it's going to be a lot of demonstration. The only thing that you could do is potentially have some supplies available to make a card at the end. And you don't have to make the card that I'm going to show you, because you probably don't have the stamp set I'm going to use, but you might have a similar stamp set if you're already into card making. So I don't want you to, worry about, making exactly what I'm going to be making, because the whole point is for you to look into your own stash and say, okay, so she's using, I'm just going to pull something I got right here. She's using an outline stamp. Let me see if I can hold this over. And let's see. Let's say, for example, oh, no memory card. Yes, I know, no memory card. Let's say, for example, I do a card with this stamp set. Well, I'm not going to, by the way, but let's just pretend that I am. And one thing you'll notice is that it's an outline stamp. So an outline stamp is going to be good for coloring or something like that, or maybe watercoloring inside. So what you would do is to look in your stash and see if you have an outline stamp. So that's basically what you'll be looking for. All right. Let's see here. Oh, this is a good question. Am I able to use my Cricut in place of dies and stamps? So it's kind of a tricky question. One is that you definitely probably could use the Cricut for dies, like say if you're wanting to die cut an alphabet or something like that, or you want to create a sentiment and you want to create the outline around the die or the sentiment, then you could use your Cricut for that. But we're not going to be talking about Cricuts and using that in your craft supply this week. I may in some future camp do that, and I use my Cricut all the time, but this week is going to be focused on traditional card making with stamps, inks, blending brushes, die machines, that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. All right, let's see. What else? I'm just checking to make sure there are no other questions. Yeah. Kelly Kern says she's in Kentucky. Kelly, I am too. I am in too. Oh, let me see if I can remove that comment. All right, you guys, I think that is it for today. The replay for this should be up immediately on our website. And you can find that by going to the schedule, which you probably have. If you don't, I'm going to be working on an email this afternoon, so I will be sure to make sure everybody gets all the links. Yeah, so I'm really excited. This is the first time I've done this camp, and I cannot wait to learn with you guys and to help you become a better card maker. And if you're brand new to card making, I hope that I will instill a passion and a love for this hobby. All right, take care, you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow.